don't have any technical problems now, and it's, it's just like the world. It's 2020. What else could we say? And I'm an East Coaster, so we're always late because we got to have at least one more beer before we go wherever we're going. So welcome. Thank you everyone for sticking around. I am so sorry about those technical difficulties. It happens. Computers get overloaded and, those things happen. I think we're live on the exact same stream that we were before. So look, that's something to be grateful for, right? Oh, we are back. Let your friends know. For if anyone who left, please tell them to come back. I am so sorry. That's what happens. And, here we are. I'm drinking out of a mug. So again, this is the premiere episode of A Night with Tricia Black. That is me. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited. And I'm so very grateful for everyone sticking around and being here. I truly, we're back. We're a bit bare bones than we were last time, but that's okay because I'd rather be here with everyone and just enjoying our Sunday night. This show has been made possible through the Canadian Arts Council Digital Originals Grant. Oh my goodness, thank you to the Canadian Arts Council for helping support comedy. And that's right, comedy is theater, so it's perfect. It's amazing. We have a hot fire show for you tonight. We've got Ann Pornell and Alan Shane Lewis. We've got Because News is Gavin Crawford. We've got musical guest Mir are here. We've got special appearances that you saw earlier from Natalie Metcalf and Tom Hearn. We've also got Ayaka Kinugawa here. It's going to be amazing, and I am so happy that this stream is working. You all probably heard us on talking earlier. You could hear the stress of the behind the scenes, what's been going on. So just, a little bit of an inner look at the process that us live comedians have to go through now in this new online world. But we are here. And, speaking of news, I know that the news has given us a lot to be sad or mad about lately. But if you look hard enough, you can always find some good news. So get ready to feel a whole lot better since that technical difficulty, because we're doing a little bit of good news there, bud. Woo! Yes, and now for the good news. Basketball player Fred VanVleet just signed a 4-year, $85 million deal with the Raptors. This is the highest contract for any undrafted NBA player ever, and one of the biggest breaks for a Raptor since Jurassic World. Yeah. Caitlin Bristow from Bachelor Nation won Dancing with the Stars this past week. No one cares, and that's the good news. With an exploding number of moose this season, officials in Alberta Jasper National Park are begging Canadians visiting the park to stop letting moose lick salt off their cars. Although you might think it's a cute way to wash your 2002 PT Cruiser, officials are concerned that moose will eventually leave park grounds in search of more cars to lick. Before you know it, we'll have moose licking all the saltiest things like buses, trains, McDonald's fries, and the saltiest of all, Doug Ford. Run, Moose! Get out of there, dudes! Buds, you gotta get out of there, Moose. Holy mackerel. Scotland made history this past week by becoming the first country in the world to make access to free period products a legal right. Hell yeah, you did, Scotland. I do hope they know that I fully consider weighted blankets and family-sized bags of potato chips official period products, though. So I'll be expecting my covered bridge chips any day now. Hallmark premiered its movie Christmas House this past week, which is the first time a same-sex couple has been featured as the leads in one of their movies. This is amazing, and I am so glad that queer people are finally being represented in trash fire horseshit movies that no one cares about, because that's true equality. But And finally, a deer was found running wild through a assisted living facility in Manitoba. The old folks were like, "Oh dear," and the staff was like, "Oh dear," and the deer was like, "I just finished binging the Golden Girls on Prime. I wanted to know what Shady Pines was like." And that's some good news, buds. And here's some more good news. I'm being joined tonight and every night with Tricia Black by the best in the biz, our music director extraordinaire, Ayaka Kinugawa.
You like Blackpink?
Yes, I love Blackpink. I love Blackpink. You know I do. You know I do. Ayaka, I love seeing your face.
Hi, Tricia.
Yay! What good news do you have to share with us tonight?
I have lots of good news this week. I went to dentist for the first time in how long? Who knows?
Whoa!
Yeah, but it was very safe, so that was great. And I got this water filter. It's like charcoal. It looks like a black poo. Do you see? Yeah, but it filters all the bad things. So I'm drinking 2 liters of water every day now and feeling
Every
healthy.
day?
2 liters. 2 of these.
I'm impressed. I'm impressed that you're
healthy.
drinking. That is very healthy. That
Good
is
news,
super
good
healthy.
news.
I also love that you described it as it looks like poo.
Yeah, the filtering black poo.
Really?
But it's great.
Really, really good. Really good. Oh my goodness. Ayaka, I love that. Ayaka will be here with us tonight and every night. And that really is a bit of good news, bud.
Aww.
Thank you so much, Ayaka. I love you.
Thank you. Love you, Tricia. You're amazing.
You're amazing. Ah, amazing. Now, here's something else that you might not know, but I'm queer. Surprise. And folks often ask me, Trish, how did you know when you were queer? And, you know, I kind of like tell people, well, it's just kind of like a feeling. You just kind of know. It's you know, you're born that way, and it's just how you feel. It's just how you feel, and it's a feeling. But some people still don't understand that. So sometimes we have to explain a little bit deeper about what it means or how you know you're queer. So I'm going to be joined right now by my good pal, best friend, dear pal from Tom Hearn for a classic segment here on the show called That's How You Know. Tom! There
Hello.
he is!
Hello, Tricia.
Hello, Tom. We've had what a night we've had, huh?
We've had a bit of a night. I have swallowed so much vodka. I have sweat through my top shirt, and I'm ready to tell you that's how I know.
Yes, amazing. Amazing. Yes, I've sweated quite a bit tonight, but that's okay because everything's wonderful and it couldn't be better. So, all right, Tom, why don't you tell them how you know?
Ooh. When you were in high school, did you sit on the bed while 10 to 12 girls shared an upright mirror to straighten their hair? That's how you know.
All right. I've got one. All right.
Okay.
You played softball for 16 years. That's how you know.
Did you ever watch One Girl 5 Days or Queer as Folk with the volume down at 2 and the channel recall set to Friends in case your parents came down into the basement? That's how you know.
Were you a teen, Tom?
Yes.
Yes, I was a teen once too. So when you were a teen, you had a JTT poster on your walls, but under your pillow, a picture of Jennifer Love Hewitt for nighttime good times. That's how you know.
For me, it was Avril Lavigne under my pillow. Why? I don't know.
Huh, interesting.
Cut off shorts and shirt? That's how you know.
Amazing. Yes. You wore 2 polo shirts with both collars popped in university? That's how you know.
So many callers. Hey,
So many.
Did you play Friedrich in The Sound of Music when you were 14 and then again when you were 21? I'm Friedrich, I'm 14, and that's how you know.
I think I saw you that second time as Friedrich.
You did.
Very good. You're incorrigible, right? That's
I
Friedrich.
am.
All right. Have you ever rented shoot, let me go back. Have you ever rented a U-Haul more than once? That's how you know.
Oh, you've done that. Hey, last but not certainly least for me, were you obsessed with your modern history teacher, Mr. Chapman's pleated pants? That's how you know.
Mr. Chapman, oh my. All right, here I've got a final one, all right? You write Degrassi High fan fiction and add a character named Alex because it's a gender-neutral name, and no one will find out it's secretly based on you. And in this episode, they get to be with Caitlin secretly, but Joey doesn't know. And in the same episode, Joey asks you to be a member of the Zit Remedy, you know, the famous band, for his big concert at the school, and it's a fundraiser for a suicide awareness program because Claude killed himself because Caitlin wouldn't be with him, and Snake found him in the bathroom, so he has to go to therapy because that was very traumatic, and he needs to talk about it or it'll haunt him. Bless Snake, and that's why he can't play with the Zits this weekend. Then Joey finds out about Caitlin, but Caitlin chooses to be with Alex, who is you. Then years later, they do the Degrassi, The Next Generation show with a lesbian on it named Alex, who does get to date the popular girl. So you think, I did that. I did that for Degrassi. You're welcome, Degrassi. And that's how you know, baby.
How you know.
That is how you know. That's how you know you're queer. So if anyone has done those, pop
You're
in the
gay.
chat and let us know. You're gay, baby.
Bye, Tricia.
Thanks so much for being here, Tom. Let's give it up virtually for Tom. Speaking of thanks, we here at the show want to take a moment to thank the official sponsor of tonight's show. Check it out.
Are you like me and wake up feeling sad, depressed, and lonely, but don't want others to know because then it's a whole thing? And you talk about your feelings enough with your therapist and you don't want to be the downer of your friends? Well, introducing the brand new way of tricking people into thinking you're doing better than you are, the hair floof. A great new way to show your friends that you're doing fine. See? Look at this bounce. Simply grab whatever product you have around and go from this to this. People will be so enthralled by your hair they won't even look at the sadness in your eyes. Try the floof today and let your hair do the talking. You pay your therapist for a reason. Hair floof may cause coughing, sneezing, stuffy nose, congestion, itching, bleaching, losing your hair, graying your hair, going from short hair to long hair, going from long hair to short hair. Anything and everything applies. Hair floof, get it today!
That's right! Thank you, Hair Floof, for sponsoring tonight's show. Hair Floof, I use it every day, or does it use me? We will never, ever know. Something I do know, however, is that we are very lucky because two amazing buds are about to join us for one of my favorite segments. It's time for Buddies in Best Times. So please welcome to the stage Alan Shane Lewis and Ann Cornell.
Talk, just move right off the wall. There are nights, skies are light, so we dance to the breakdown.
Oh, yes,
I love that song. Hi,
you love it. Hi, Ann. Hi, Alan.
Hi.
Oh, you're all so amazing. Thank you so much for being here tonight. It's so nice to see your faces virtually. And I mean, I would love to see them in person more so than on a screen, but here we are.
One day soon,
One
maybe.
day.
maybe.
One day soon it will happen, and we must catch up. So, Anne, please tell me a few things that has happened this week. I must know. I just must. What's
In
been
my
going
life?
on?
In my
Yes,
life?
in your life. Yes.
Okay. I have gone through maybe the years 2017 to 2018, about mid-August, of all of the reality shows that BTS has been on. I think I've only spoken about this with people, so too bad you're going to hear it some more. I am
Love it.
obsessed in a way that is sickening. That's what I've been doing. Alan?
I have been binging a whole bunch of Frasier and Teen Mom.
Exactly the
Okay.
same.
Yeah,
BTS and
Truly.
Frasier, exactly
Pretty
the
much.
same.
Yeah.
Truly. Are
They
you
cover the
finding
same
it?
topics.
I mean, and you're doing a lot of like BTS binging, but like I don't know. I've been finding binging like old TV shows from like the 90s and 2000s. It's been really like, I don't know if therapeutic's the right word, but it feels good to watch them.
Yeah, like
I
when
mean,
you're watching
sometimes
it, yeah, you're just like,
Yeah.
ooh, the 90s are back. You're just,
Yeah.
it's a warm
I
hug.
feel comfortable. I feel comfortable with this.
Yeah,
you
I don't
both,
think I've watched anything new recently. Like, if I've watched anything, it's just, the Mindy Project again, or
Yeah.
something again. There's no new information getting to this noodle.
Mm-mm.
I love it. Amazing. And you finished, I think we can talk about it, right? You finished filming the Great Canadian Baking Show in September. Yes. You're going to be
Yes, we
season
did.
4 hosts.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited. I couldn't be more excited. I think when Anne, you told me you got it, I cried. You told me on my birthday and I cried.
Oh.
So proud.
Yeah,
I
me
already
too.
knew about Alan, so I cried for him earlier too, so it's okay.
No,
Oh my
it was
goodness,
amazing. It was just like this perfect little recipe, if I may. It was just,
Yes.
it came at the perfect time. We were allowed to be outdoors. It wasn't so stressful. I think, obviously in the
Yes.
world. And it happened all in a month. We got through it. We didn't get shut down.
Nope.
Yeah.
And it was like, I felt like Superman going back to the sun and getting the energy, like getting my life force back.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
I think-
because it's like reality too, so it's like constantly, it'd be like so fresh every day, right?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
That
Yeah.
first
You were
week
gonna say-
though, I forgot how to talk to humans, and that was like me like redeveloping communication skills, and I was
Mhm.
like, okay, I will talk to you like a person again. Like let me give me a second.
Yeah.
I'll find a way to do it, but yeah, it was fun.
Oh, that's so amazing. I can't wait to see it whenever it comes out, I believe in the new year. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Possibly sometime in the new year. I guess
out for
they'll
it in
tell us.
2021.
Someone will
Yeah.
tell us. Yes.
Yeah.
Amazing. This is amazing, but it wouldn't be right to get together with friends and not play a game. So are you two up to play a little fun little game? Well, we're going to play a little gem here at A Night with Tricia Black we call But Who?
Bubble butt, bubble 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 butt, bubble butt, bubble 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 butt, bubble butt, bubble 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 butt. Turn around, stick it out, show the world you got a bubble butt.
Yes.
Bubble bubble.
Amazing. Here is how it's going to work. We're going to show you a photo of a famous butt,
Mm.
and you have to guess which celebrity that butt belongs to. The first person to answer and get it right gets a point. If no one guesses it right, the point will go to whoever I deem to be the closest. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Got it.
Yes. All right. And if there's one thing I know about the two of you, it's your deep love of nice bum. So, are we ready to play But Who? Yes. Let's get this first butt up, Tom. Let's show them that butt.
Kyle Lowry.
We know. We know.
Oh yeah, I've seen that
was
butt a couple of
so
times before. Whether it's
Like
awake or
instinct
asleep,
too.
I've seen that butt before.
But my favorite part was the two of you leaning in and then immediately saying it at the same time.
We had to make sure.
Yeah.
We did, it's true. All right, here comes our next butt. Tom?
Christina Aguilera.
One of the housewives.
Okay, let's reveal whose butt that really is. It's
Ah.
Chrissy
Oh,
Teigen.
Chrissy Teigen.
She's
Okay.
got cool wings on her butt.
That's why I was just like, it's someone who's funny or very drunk.
Yeah, and it probably is a mix of both. I mean, she looks great, and John Legend looks also great. All right, let's move on to our third butt. Tom?
Ben Affleck.
How did you get that?
I recently was sharing that image to people. I was like, he's got this weird phoenix tattoo on his back. I have to show people.
So ugly. I thought I thought that was someone doing a handstand.
I truly am truly shocked. I'm shocked that you got that so fast.
I don't like
that. Was insane.
I got a Rolodex of butts in my brain.
And yes, it is a strange butt. I did not, when I was showed the butt originally, did not know it was Ben Affleck. I was like, whose butt is that? Alrighty. All right. And now we have a very special round of Butt Who. Anne.
Yes.
We have a special entry from a friend just for you. Okay. So, Alan, you can sit back and relax while Anne tells us whose butt she thinks it is. And you can give a guess, too, if you want. All right, Tom? Let's show Anne her special butt.
I think that's a lady one. Can I have some clues?
Nah.
Like, okay.
You know them. You're very close with them.
Honestly, this kind of Paloma.
That's great.
I am shocked. And Paloma is just as
know
grateful,
my
just as happy that you chose her. She has a little video message for you that you probably won't see, but the audience will get to see. So I think Spencer's going to roll that for us now. Right, Spencer?
Anne, you do know my butt. I love you too.
You guessed that butt. Like, truly, she was so pumped that it was that, like, I didn't know. I didn't know you would get it. I did not know you would get it. But you are a good friend who loves butts.
What can I say? I knew that it instantly was probably that of a smaller framed person, regardless of their gender. There was a lot of, like thigh gap in there. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, it looks like a deep squat. Like someone was going down. So
yeah.
The only person that I know that has that type of flexibility is Paloma Nuñez.
Oscar winner Paloma Nuñez.
That's right.
I thought at the beginning when you were setting this up that it was going to be a trick butt question. It was going to be Anne's butt. You're like, I don't know. And this whole time it was her own.
That equally would have been very funny. It would have been so fun. Well, thank you both so much for being here tonight. You're going to come back later on in the show for another little game we're going to do. And audience, if you want to check out more of Alan and Anne, which, trust me, you do, you can see them this winter as hosts of CBC's The Great Canadian Baking Show. Cheers, my dear friends. I just love you both so much. Oh my goodness gracious. They're just so delightful, but the guests don't end there. We have next up a very special guest who I just think is one of the funniest folks that I've seen. He's on a little CBC show called Because News, also as a podcast. The first time I met him, he was doing a Kinsey Fail show with me as the monologist, and he was so funny, and we gave him a gay bash, and that was fun. So please, welcome to your screens, Gavin Crawford.
Oh, hi.
Gavin. Oh, hi, Gavin. How are you?
I'm great.
You're great. Thank you for sticking around in this technical time.
Oh, no, it's exciting. It was like an episode of The Politician or something.
I know, right?
People very stressed. I was riveted.
I know. Maybe we'll make it into a show. Who knows?
Yeah, it's just
late people
night.
behind the scenes. Exactly. Yes.
My favorite was just Tom taking the glasses off, putting them back on, taking them off, taking a breath, putting them back on. That was like, it was just, it was really excellent. I don't know, people maybe didn't see that, but I got to see it from here in the beautiful green room.
Yes, the green room that is your home. It looks very lovely. I love the art on the wall. I love the lights that you got back there. It looks nice.
Yeah, there's a lovely picture of my cat right there. That I like 'cause it looks like a painting, but it's just a picture that we blew up and put on canvas. Because
really, it
Yeah,
does look
'cause
like a painting.
she's a ridiculous, she's a ridiculous cat, and so we
What's your cat's
exploit her.
name?
Safi, named
Safi?
after the daughter from Ab Fab. Yeah, Saffron, so that we can call her Sweetie Darling, and she doesn't care that she's looked after by two old drunks. No.
I love that. I love that so much. Thank you again so much for being here. It's so nice to see you. Because News is so good. I've been watching it. It's so incredible. It looks amazing. You are so funny on it, and the guests you've had Ann on as well. It's been just so wonderful. What's it been like going from doing it like podcast style to screen?
It's been pretty fun. It's nice to have a crazy set, and honestly, it's basically just nice to be back together in a room with people, because we've been doing it over Zoom since March. But then when we got to go in a studio and they built a set, but it all came together really fast. Like we were like, literally, I was in Cape Breton and they're like, "What should the podiums look like?" And I was like drawing a sketch on a nap. I'm like, it's like Pee-wee's Playhouse, kind of make them all weird angles and crazy colors.
Oh yeah, it looks sick.
Make it look like Jeopardy went gay.
That's a perfect description. It is.
It kind of is.
Was gay.
It's gayer Jeopardy.
You are the gay Alec Trebek.
Yeah. So but it's been very fun. I'm glad people seem to like it. Hopefully, we'll get to do more of the TV stuff.
I hope so. I think so. My opinion, and I don't work for CBC, but I would assume another season is coming. It's so perfect. It feels like. Do you feel like it's something that like Canada kind of, or like I guess Canadian like TV kind of needs right now, like that kind of a show?
I mean, we should have a bunch of those shows. Like, I mean, in Britain, they have 39,000 panel shows of all manner of like ridiculous excuses. Like they have like one that's like just what's in a name. And then they're just like, it's a panel show where all the questions are about the name Kevin this week.
Right.
And it's just like, yeah. And I don't know. For me, I like watching them. They just work. And I think it's great because we have really funny people in this country and it's a place for them to go and be funny, which is nice. I also like that, like so much of it is kind of, we're able to move to TV, but keep it like kind of loose and improvised the way that it is on the radio. Because oftentimes in TV, suddenly people will panic and be like, what joke are they going to make here? And you're like, you're just going to have to wait and see. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's so lovely about the show too, is you can tell that it's like very much like very loose and like everyone is enjoying each other, and like it doesn't feel that like scriptedness of some shows that you watch now. It just feels very natural and very flowy, and it's very good. And everyone needs to go watch it and listen as well. It's so fun.
You can stream all the episodes on Gem.
Yes, stream them all on Gem. Has there ever been like a news story, especially now in 2020, where like the news is wild, that you're like, oh, maybe I shouldn't touch this, or like maybe we shouldn't?
Oh, I mean, there's lots that we don't. You know, we never do like
of course,
death things except for coronavirus, because it's going on for so long. So it's always like I always call it Tragedy Friday because we'll tape on a Thursday and then invariably some horrible mass shooting will happen on a Friday. And then we're like, did we have anything in the round about that we have to like scramble and go and be like once I think Chris Siddiqui did his credits in a like New Zealand accent we were just goofing around like on a Thursday night and just we started talking like in Kiwi accents, and then he won the show. And then the next day there was a terrible tragedy in New Zealand and we couldn't, so we had to go back and like change it so that he didn't win, so that we didn't have news. That's the only time we've ever cooked the books, because we're like, because it was like before there was no reason not to do it. Then all of a sudden you're just like, oh, this reads very poorly and very poor taste right now, one day later. So we'll just yoink that.
Yeah, well, that's the thing with like doing any kind of news. It's like, it's all so on the fly because the news changes so quickly. So does it often happen like in that instance? Obviously there was a tragedy, but like that you're like, oh, this news is old now, we have to replace it really quick, or
Yeah, I mean,
you
we
find
try
it
and do
seasoned
what
pretty
we
good?
can that will be evergreen, and then like, but there's some times when we're like literally asking questions like, and you know, the outcome of the election was, and then we just tape it like 3 different ways, or like, or if a vote's coming down on something that we don't know, like it'll happen like Friday morning, we'll just sort of tape 2 versions.
Right. Yeah. Fair. That's fair. I mean,
So
that's,
it's
I
like
guess
this
what you
weird,
have-
like
what you have to do.
pretending we're in the future, just being like, oh yeah, well, of course they were gonna, you know, they would legalize weed. Of course that was gonna happen.
Mm-hmm. They do that on Canada's Drag Race too. Like for the last 3 winners, they all have to film them winning. So that's why I feel like whoever wins, it never feels like true. Because I guess you wouldn't know if you're gonna win or not. And then it's like, you have to kind of fake it a little bit.
Yeah, it would be weird. But you know, they're entertainers. That's what they're born for.
Yes, they're meant to do that. They're meant to thrive in a world of unknown. Is that right? Is that what I want to say?
Very excited. Oh my hair is getting big.
You look great.
I didn't get my hair cut. Like, and then I was like, oh, I'm gonna need my haircut in 2 days, and then instantly Ontario shut hair salons again, and I was like, okay, I guess we're just going big.
I on the Wednesday before they announced had booked one for the Sunday before everything shut down, and I was like, thank you, whoever told me in my brain to do that.
Yeah, see, that was a smarter decision. I always put it off, and then I was like, oh, that's a bad idea.
Your hair looks great though.
Thanks.
Like it looks good.
I'm going to do self-cutting soon of the hair, not
Yeah, it looks like you've been using hair fluff, like our product that we do on the show. You should go see my barber Megan at Hastings Barbershop. She's great, but I'm sure
I should actually, because you have much better hair than I do.
You have great hair.
Nah, you have my friend. You have great hair. What an entertaining show this must be for people. Everyone watching at home, you also have great hair.
Have great hair. I know, right? We're just very polite, 2 polite people. You're originally from Alberta.
I am. I was supposed to be there right now, but thanks to good government, I can't travel there. So,
shoot. Oh my goodness.
But it lets me be here instead.
Exactly. You get to be here, and I'm happy you're here. Did you start doing comedy out in Alberta? Or did you move Alberta?
I did. I mean, sort of. I went to theater school. I'm a trained Shakespearean actor. I didn't really do. I mean, I did theater sports in high school and stuff like that, but I didn't really do. Then I went to university and had a very classical drama theater education, and then it wasn't really until I moved to Toronto and then started taking some Second City classes, and then just going out and doing monologues in comedy clubs. Then I was like, oh right.
That's amazing. What school did you go? Like what theater?
Oh, I went to UBC, the University of British Columbia.
Oh, I love it. Have you ever done Shakespeare recently, or would you do Shakespeare again?
I
can't do Shakespeare.
Oh no, Shakespeare's great. It's actually, I love doing some Shakespeare. I don't ever want to play Hamlet. Like I like the boring ones, but I like the comedies and you know, that kind of stuff.
Who would be your dream Shakespeare role to play?
Probably Benedict.
Benedict. Okay.
You know, is it?
I'm trying to be like, what one is that from? My theater schooling is like, I don't know what that is. Like, which?
I think it's 12th Night, but it might be As You Like It. It's the one with Beatrice and Benedict where they constantly are like insulting each other, inspiring each other.
I think it's 12th.
It's 12th Night.
I think. You know,
I get some of them confused.
Yeah, me too. I don't know. The only one I really know is I would always, if I were to ever play a Shakespeare part, I would want to be Puck. That would be the one that I would want to do. Be a little Puck, little fairy shit disturber.
Yeah, Puck would be great.
Puck would be so fun. And you worked at Second City too, right? You're an alumni of Second City.
Yeah,
amazing.
I did. It seems so long ago now. I was thinking back.
Yeah,
it was
right?
right after they moved from the fire hall to like the big giant space that was before the last space that they had. But and then I was in the Oxco, not even the Tourco. And then, but I kept understudying everyone. I don't know why, but I understudied like Mark Hickox and Bob Martin and Jack Mosshammer. And like, do you know Jack? I remember Jack.
I think so, yeah.
Jack used to have this thing that was like, because Jack is a really big guy, but he was incredibly good at doing rhythmic gymnastics. So they had a very funny sketch where it was like, and now little Jackie Mosshammer and he would come out and do this amazing kind of ribbon dance. And it was really funny. But then when I would have to understudy it, like, it made no sense because then I would have to go out and do terrible rhythmic gymnastics, but it's like some skinny gay dude doing bad rhythmic gymnastics. I'm like, why don't you cut this for the night when the night's Jack? Like it was so specifically to him, but they were just like, no, it's part of the show. So there's just these nights where I would have to go and do the most like a 3-minute ribbon dance routine, which I was not skilled at all, and the audience would just kind of like not laugh. They would just sit there and sort of be like, he's quite bad at that.
I still think it's very funny that you're like a little skinny gay guy doing bad ribbon dancing, because I feel like the like stereotypical would be that you'd be very good at it.
Yeah, so I mean,
it
should have been funnier than it was. For me to do.
Oh my gosh.
It never worked.
I know.
But
I don't think I could do rhythm gymnastics.
That's the beauty of Second City though. Like because they literally like, I don't know how it works now, but they used to like call you in the afternoon, send you over the most grainy videotape, and then say like, see you on stage in 2 hours. And then no one in the cast would show up. You'd go and the stage manager would be like, then you walk over here, and then you walk over here, and then you just think, I think back now and I think, how did I do that?
I know, it's like instincts and adrenaline kicks in and you're like, well, here we go.
Yeah, like you have no idea what scene's coming next, where to stand. Half the time you don't even know who you're supposed to be in any given scene. It's like a literal actor's nightmare coming true.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh my goodness. Oh, it's so funny. Well, Gavin, I feel like we've really gotten to know you tonight. But you know, as well as I do, there's only one truly way to get to know someone, and that's by looking in their fridge. So, Gavin, we got to play What's in Your Fridge?
I wish it was just totally empty.
No, we got to see what's in your fridge. I'm so excited.
All right, that means I have to walk down to my fridge.
Yeah, walk to your fridge. Yes, Gavin, we want to see exactly what's in there. So head to your fridge, if you don't mind.
What if I fell down the stairs?
Oh my God, I would die. I would die if you fell down the stairs. Couldn't even. Like my therapist says already, yes. All right, here's the fridge.
There's my fridge.
All right, let's get ready to, let's just like my therapist says on Zoom every Thursday afternoon, it's time to open up. So let's get a look inside that fridge, Gavin. I'm very excited to see what's in there. It's so nice. It's so neat.
It's
you have a double door fridge?
That's because I'm here by myself. My husband is in Cape Breton doing things right now. I've been here on my own for months and months. This is my fridge. You can see some chef's plate bags. Which are old and probably too old to make because I didn't make them.
Yep. I do that all the time.
I like to get these little grapefruits.
Oh, I love grapefruit.
For the morning. This entire shelf is just condiments that I probably haven't touched.
You've got Cheese Whiz, I see. I love Cheese Whiz.
I just had Cheese Whiz and pickles on toast this morning. It was really delicious.
Wait, Cheese Whiz and pickles on toast?
Yeah, toast, put Cheese Whiz on, slice up some pickles. Delicious. See, there. Here they are.
Gosh, it's
amazing. The perfect pair.
It is the perfect pair. Oh my God. Okay, what's your favorite? That's your favorite snack then?
It's one of them. You can see this Allen's peach cocktail, which I like to.
I love a good peach.
I just drink because I'm here by myself, so I can just drink it right out of the carton. It's pretty sweet. Yes. Every morning, just chug a little Allen's peach cocktail.
Do you like to cook? Are you a big cooker?
I do. You can see this is a thing of stew that I'm slowly working my way through that I made.
Very nice.
Oh,
what's your like?
And for sexy times, and no reason at all, I got some pomegranates that I bought on a whim.
Pomegranates.
And I probably
are so good.
Yeah, but there's just a lot of work. I got to watch that YouTube video of the guy who's like, "Here's how you eat a pomegranate."
Yeah.
Because I always think, oh yeah, I should try that the next time I have a pomegranate, which is never. So now I can.
I always do half, and I freeze half to put in my water.
Yeah, I wish there was actually something funny or interesting in my fridge, but
I think your cheese whiz with pickles on toast is pretty funny.
A lot of old cheese.
Oh, Gavin, thank you so much for showing us your fridge. A lot of old cheese. I love it. Thank you so much too for being our first official guest. Oh my gosh, it was such a pleasure.
I'm happy to feel so official.
You are. You're huge. You're official. You're one of the funniest people I know, and I love everything that you're doing. And I hope we can see you again soon, and we will see you again soon in the show where we can actually have a drink. And
that would be good. Oh,
Gavin.
Before I go, I thought of one
please.
thing. I thought of my own, and that's how you know, which is that did you used to take your mother's graduation dress and a boombox down to the hills behind your house and play the soundtrack to Sound of Music while spinning around? That's how you know.
Oh my gosh, Gavin, that is amazing. And you can watch Gavin's amazing TV show Because News, Canada's funniest news quiz, airing on CBC and CBC Gem, Sundays at 7 p.m. and on CBC Radio, Saturdays at 11 a.m. and Mondays at 11:30 a.m. Thank you so much, Gavin.
Thank you.
All the facts. Mwah. I love ya. Thank you. Bye. Amazing. Oh my gosh, he's so funny. I just love. Please, everybody watch Because News. It's so good, and there's so many amazing Canadian comedians and Canadians on that show working hard on it, and it's so good. And there was something about seeing Gavin in his kitchen that got me thinking about home, which is, of course, New Brunswick on the East Coast. The kitchen is such a huge part of East Coast culture. We eat there, we meet there, some people cheat there. I've seen it. I have. But what I haven't seen is that fun East Coast culture represented in movies. So we decided to make our own. We are now going to present to you a famous movie scene done a little differently in a segment we like to call More East Coast. Let's go to that now.
You know, I am just so gosh darn happy that I never shagged up with you. I would have just been some girl who you left at 2:30 in the morning to go clean your lobster traps, though you don't even have a license.
What you going on about? It ain't nothing to do with you.
You bet your mother it does. You're skeevy to lasses, and I'm a lass.
Oh, please. When I give her, I've never heard anyone complain.
Probably because you don't stick around long enough to see how she's going on.
Oh, they all get on just fine.
You're guessing.
I ain't guessing.
Well, but then how do you know that she ain't faking her? You know?
Oh, please, who nicked ya? You're saying some girls be faking when they get their pearl?
You betcha.
You're crooked as sin. No lass has ever faked with me. I'd know.
Oh, yeah, you would?
Yeah, I would.
Oh boy. Oh boy, oh mother.
Where are you to?
Oh bud, oh buddy, oh mother. Oh, that's the spot. Oh yeah. Oh, give me that 2-4. Give me the 2-4. Oh, hit me with that 506. Oh yeah, give me with the 902. Oh, get her done, bud. Oh yeah, screech me in. Oh, let me kiss your cod. I want you to touch me with your garlic fingers. Oh, I'm coming from away. Oh, give her. Oh, donair sauce.
Give me what them there lass is putting in their gullet.
And that was a little bit more East Coast. Saying, oh, that was so funny. Oh my goodness. I hope that reboot happens. And of course, that was show staple Tom Hearn joining me and writer Natalie Metcalf as woman, also there. We really do have such wonderful people on the show, and I'm so grateful. And spoiler, it's not going to stop. The fun's not going to stop. It's never going to stop because it's time for this week's amazing, incredible musical guest virtually. Give it up for Mir.
If I loved you any less, would you be calling me a fool, darling? Tell me what a mess I am and how I break your rules, but I'll stay the day for now. If I loved you any less, would you have held me where I stood, honey? Keep me from my friends who tell me that you are no good, and I'll stay the day with you for now, but I'll break off these soft chains somehow. If I loved you any less, would you have cried yourself to sleep, saying, I just don't appreciate all that you've done for me, and I'll weigh my guilty heart for now, but I'll break off these soft chains somehow. Yeah, I'll stay the day with you for now, but I'll break off these soft chains. And I'll stay the day with you for now, but I'll break off these soft chains. Yeah, I'll stay the day with you for now, but I'll break off these soft chains. And I'll weigh my guilty heart for now, but I'll break off these soft chains somehow. Yeah, I'll stay the day with you for now, but I'll break off these soft chains. Soft, soft, soft chains. Soft, soft, soft chains. Calling me your fool.
Yes! Oh, Lex. That song is stunning. Oh, it's so beautiful. I love them so much, and you're going to love them too. So let's virtually give it up one more time for Mir because they're here. Give it up for Greg Harrison and Fran Miller. My friends, you're here. Oh, I have to tell you that song is gorgeous. It is, Fran, your voice is just so, I can't even describe how like silky and beautiful it is. And the arrangements are amazing. It's just so nice to see you too, as well.
Oh, thanks.
I'm just so, I am. I'm so proud of all of the music that you are releasing recently as your duo. It is incredible. And we all met at Massey Hall, working at Massey, which is wild.
Yes, it is.
I know, it feels like so long ago. I feel like that was like the best job I've ever had.
I think it's maybe the best job I will have, which is what makes it like maybe a little depressing to think about, but
I know, right?
Yeah.
And you two met, like Fran and I worked in food and beverage, and Greg, you worked as like ushering, right? Front of house, right?
Yeah, like yeah. It kind of like there was sort of a divide there. Like I felt like you guys were like the older high school kids that like made a little more money and were like a little bit cooler than us, but we like kind of mingled sometimes after shows.
Yeah, it was cool carrying those huge Budweiser bags full of 48 beers, walking them up all of the Massey Hall stairs to the balcony.
Yeah, that was the coolest part for sure. That was my favorite part.
My favorite part too. I think the coolest is that that's how you two met and connected to create your music together, right? Because Fran, you were doing some things on your own, and then you kind of met Greg, who you produce a lot of your own music as well, right, Greg?
Yep.
Yeah, so the song that you just heard was actually the first song we wrote together, the first song we worked on together. And it originally was just like a very folky guitar voice type thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I was listening to some of the stuff that Greg was doing and really liked what he was doing, kind of electronic experimental stuff. So one day I just over Facebook, like on a whim, like we were friends, but like we like didn't work friends, kind of like didn't know each other super well. And I was just like, hey, like, can you just listen to this and see what you think? Like, could you add anything to it? And then was so grateful that like an hour later he came back and it was totally transformed, and it was so exciting. And then kind of, I guess from that moment on, we sort of started collaborating mostly over social media. So yeah.
Wild. And is it mostly just I know how your dynamic works? Are you, Fran, mostly writing like lyrics, or is it a combined, like, do both of you write it, or is it more like you write lyrically and Greg, you kind of arrange and everything, or?
Greg?
No,
Fran?
No, it's I think I'm pointing to Fran. I don't know.
No.
Maybe I'm pointing to Trish. I don't know. But yeah, Fran.
Yeah, it depends on the song, right, Greg? Like we've actually done it a ton of different ways. We have an album ready to go. So, and I think most of them were pretty different. Like Perfect Mess, Greg wrote that song. So that was like something that he kind of presented as a sort of almost finished product. And it's kind of gone the other way, where I've presented a song almost as a finished product. And then Greg has had sent a bed track, and then I've written a melody or lyrics over top, or I've sent a track, and then Greg's like done his electronic magic. So actually we've just done it a bunch of different ways, and it's been really I don't know, it's just been such a really fun, cool, and rewarding collaboration. And I don't know, I'm just really stoked that it's not just one way that we do things. I don't know, Greg, what do you think?
Of course.
Yeah, I mean, like I remember it starting like Fran sending me a song, and it was like kind of like it was me sort of producing her tune just to see like what could happen with it. And then I think like something just kind of clicked, and I was just like, do you want like, we should start a band probably, right?
Yeah. That's how it always goes. You're like, and especially when you feel that magic between two musicians who you're just like, no, this is working, and this is like, we work well and we flow well, and the creative side is coming out really nicely. You just kind of know. It's like, it's amazing. And Perfect Mess, your first single that you put, like your first single that I think you put out during the pandemic, right? Right off the bat almost. Was it May? Am I wrong?
I think it was actually early June or late June or something.
Early June.
Late June. Like, I don't know. I don't remember now.
It was sometime months ago. But,
Yeah.
But for people who are watching, when you saw the countdown credits off the top of the show, that was their song "Perfect Mess," which I love, and you have an amazing. Also, your music videos are incredible too.
Aww.
Like the "Perfect Mess" one is so good, and "Soft Chains" was so. Like people, if you love the song, follow them on YouTube as well, because their music videos are insane. And did Carrie do? Carrie also, we also worked with at Massey. He did all the video for Soft Chains, right?
Yeah, Carrie Zentner, who's an illustrator artist. He directed. Yeah, he directed Soft Chains and did put us in this kind of weird world where we're being held captive by a giant spider, which you can watch.
So cool. It's so cool though. The art is incredible. And it fits the vibe of like that dreamy kind of the style of the song. It's so beautiful. Do you know yet when are you going to keep releasing more singles, or do you have any know when your album might be coming out? And this is mostly because I'm so excited.
Well, I mean, the pandemic kind of threw a wrench into things, as a pandemic would do. So we have the album is pretty much done now, and we wanted to do an album release initially, I think this fall, but now we're going to be releasing music videos for I think most of the tunes, and just kind of do it that way. And then once we're able to play again, we'll do a show. And but
Well, and during the pandemic, you've been doing a lot of videos similar to the one that we saw tonight on your YouTube channel, which have been so fun to watch as well. It's so interesting how watching you, even Greg, you were posting on Instagram your setup, and then it's Fran then records her parts, and it's just it's awesome how you found a way to still be creative and still put your stuff out there especially during this time. It's very impressive, and I'm very excited to see where everything goes, and when your album comes out. And where can people check you out on social media? And I believe we have
we're our Instagram's a good place to start. It's just Mere Band, MEAR Band, and that's sort of our socials are all that. We have a YouTube channel as well. We have a link tree in our Instagram where you can find us. That's probably the best place to find us. Check out our new music video. So
yes, it's so good. And also make sure to listen to Mere on Spotify. They're on there. Follow them, download all their music. You won't regret it, I promise you. Fran and Greg, thank you both so much for being here and performing. Again, I'm just so proud of you both. Your music is incredible, and I'm looking very much forward to seeing where it takes you. I'm so excited for the world to know Mere.
Thanks, Tricia.
Thanks.
So thank you so much for being here.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Amazing. All right. Alrighty. Okay, so we've had such great party guests tonight that I think they should all come back. And I know I just sent Fran and Greg away really quickly, but I'm going to make them come back because it's always the more the merrier with our next game, Shot or Not. Yes, amazing. Welcome one, welcome all, welcome back. Thank you so much. The game is easy. We've learned a bunch about our amazing guests, but I want to get to know the nitty gritty. My guests all have shots of their choice, be whatever they like. And I have some deeply personal, true or false questions. If my guests answer true to any, they got to take a shot. And if they answer false, they don't have to take a shot. They don't have to. But if they can, if they would like to. So we're going to roll right into it. We've all had roommates, right? True or false? You have an all-time least favorite roommate.
Wait, we take a shot if we do?
Yeah, if you have a least favorite roommate, if it's true.
Yeah.
If it's not, you don't have to drink. And I don't think you
Can it
know,
include
right?
yourself?
No,
No,
include yourself. Yes.
Okay, cool.
No, I'm perfect
No,
to live
and
with.
you are perfect to live with. Who? Does anybody have a good roommate story that they wouldn't mind sharing?
I have one.
Hey,
One of
Alan.
my roommates. So one day I just realized one of my shoes was missing a shoelace, and I was like, that's weird. And I was like, I didn't lose it. That didn't happen. What happened to it? So then I just started a group chat with both of my roommates, and I was like, hey, does anyone know what happened to my one shoelace? And then one guy was like, yeah, it was me. My bad. And nothing else. He didn't say why he took it. He didn't tell me what the purpose was. He just left it, my bad. And then that was it. And I didn't want to ask him any more follow-up questions because I was scared.
Okay. Nice, Ayaka. All righty, we're all in lockdown with somebody. So true or false, your someone does something that annoys you. What is it? I'm actually pretty good.
I'm going to say no because my partner is doing all the amazing tech for this show.
Yeah, and he's amazing.
Yeah, mine skipped town, so he hasn't been annoying me for at least 6 weeks.
Amazing. I know, I'm pretty good too. All my roommates have been great, and Maggie, my dog, is wonderful. So,
If this counts as annoying.
Oh.
Yeah,
We
she
have a
annoys me
cat.
every day.
She's like, I don't want to be on camera, Dad.
She wakes you up at 7 a.m. because she wants to play fetch. And then the other day I was lying in bed and I was like, Safi, I know you're trying really hard, but you're not going to make fetch happen. And then I laughed to myself for like a half an hour because I made a Mean Girls joke in my bed to no one but my cat.
And the cat didn't get it. Oh.
No, she's just like Gretchen.
I love it. This is killing me. The pandemic has been weird and rough. True or false? You think at some point in your life, wait, where am I? I read the wrong thing. I've had too many shots. True or false? Have you done anything you never thought you'd do because of it? Because of the pandemic? I'm doing it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, bad.
Right?
And anal.
Yeah.
No, I'm just,
Okay, it is late night, baby. My mom is watching. Between this group, we've all lived in some really cool cities. Tom's upset. True or false? You think at some point in your life you've lived in the coolest city? I lived in Chicago, so I think that was pretty cool.
That's fun.
No one is saying Toronto, and I love it.
We know.
Ouch. What about
We know.
Richmond Hill? Is that a cool city?
What about,
No? Okay, cool. Just checking. Just checking. I wanted to make
it
sure.
is.
No.
what about Belisle, New Brunswick? No?
No, that's not a city, Tom. That is a hamlet.
A wee hamlet.
And finally, true or false? Have you all had a nice time tonight?
Oh.
Oh, jeez. This one's going to
my
put me over the
goodness.
edge. I was
I know,
having a
right?
nice night.
Yeah, that was too many true questions.
Yes. Oh, that's the point. We want to have a good time. Us East Coasters, that's what we do. I just want to say a big thank you to all of you so much for being a part of the first ever A Night with Tricia Black. It actually genuinely means the world to me, and I'm so grateful that you've given me your time tonight. And I love you all so much, and you're all so talented and wonderful people. So thank you all so much, and cheers, my buds.
Thank you.
Cheers on a great night. Thank you so much. Thank you so
Cheers.
much. Yes, amazing. Thank you. This has been Shot or Not. And just like that, folks, we're nearing the end of the night with Tricia Black. But I can't leave you all tonight without talking about something serious. Something that's been on my mind. And if you know me, when something's on my mind, well, I gotta sing about it. And sing we shall. There's someone I have to tell that I love, 'cause they made my heart melt. I don't remember where you fell, but you had red hair and I was 12. You were working in a basement with a strange man. Chasing the truth is where it all began. I imagined I was your David Duchovny, and you would always be my Dana Scully. That's right, I'm talking about Gillian Anderson. She's so friggin' sexy in Sex Education. Gillian Anderson, you have my heart, and your silver hair makes me wanna, you know. Oh, Gillian Anderson, I love you. I watched Playing by Heart just for you, The House of Mirth and The Mighty Two, all of the X-Files, Hannibal, The Fall, and don't get me started on American Gods. Gillian, you turn me on as we watch your for sure Emmy-winning performance in The Crown on a bed of roses. I'd like to lay your Margaret Thatcher down, let you have your way with me, stockings and all, and maybe we'll finally find the truth that's been out there all along. Oh, Gillian Anderson, I love you so. Ever since your days of chasing UFOs, Gillian Anderson, you have my heart, and your silver hair makes me wanna, you know. Oh, Gillian, when you modeled those sweaters, you modeled them on Twitter, and I was like, wow, I still have a big crush on Gillian Anderson. Oh, you look so sexy, baby. You were so hot. Oh, you were so hot. Oh, but you were sexy and hot since 1993, baby. Well, probably before that, but that's just when I saw you on TV. Oh, and you make such wonderful TV and film career choices. And gosh, it's sexy when people make career choices that are good for them. Except you turned down Game of Thrones. Gillian, what were you thinking? Game of Thrones. Did you know how big it was going to be? Like, it's Game of Thrones. But I can't fault you for that. You had to make choices and do what was best for you, because maybe then you wouldn't have been able to be on the West End or do The Fall or be on Sex Education or get that sexy British accent that you have now. Oh, Gillian, how I love you. I don't remember when I fell, but you had red hair and I was 12. Gillian, I love you. Yes. And that does it for the first ever A Night with Tricia Black. I want to thank our amazing music director, Ayaka Kinugawa, on the keys. Mwah, I love you, Ayaka. You're amazing. I want to thank our amazing technical director, Spencer, who has been working tirelessly and got this show running so fast after we had a little bit of issues. He is amazing. I thank you and I love you, Spencer. Thank you so much. I want to thank all of tonight's special guests, Ann Pornell, Alan Shane Lewis, Gavin Crawford and Mir. They're all amazing. And of course, I want to thank all of you for watching and sharing your time with us. We are all buds now. It's true. I also want to thank the Canadian Arts Council for awarding us the grant. If you're loving the show and you're like, I want to see this show continue after a few episodes, you can support the show. The donation link is in the chat. You can buy us a coffee or you can e-transfer us if you're like, I want to support. All of the money goes back to the artists, so you know you're supporting something wonderful and amazing. I want to thank our special guests, tonight's amazing writers, Tom Hearn and Natalie Metcalf. We will be here on the internet every Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Pacific. Next week, we have special guest Natasha Negovanlis from Carmilla, Paloma Nuñez, whose butt you saw tonight, Brandon Hackett, and musical guest Fat Al. Trust me, you are not going to want to miss this. And before we go, I just have to say thank you all once again for sticking with us through this, our technical difficulties. It is truly, I feel so blessed that you all are watching. And may your drinks be as full as I am after eating a 12-inch garlic fingers. Take her easy, buds. Good night, and we'll see you next week.